This is BillNoWill. In this series I'm playing as Ironman, but there is a catch. I don't get to decide what I do next. Every task, every grind, every challenge is chosen by ChatGPT. So, let's see how long my patience lasts, while following the orders of the mighty Warden.
Hi. The first task of the second episode is called The First Spark. Travel to the city of Varrock, then start and complete the Rune Mysteries quest. After completing the quest, start working on your magic skills until you reach level 7. After training, you must have 20 cowhides in the bank. Good luck.
So, I started the Rune Mysteries quest. And finish it after a few minutes. Then I headed to the stronghold of security for the 10k GP and of course for fancy boots too. Next, I was supposed to go kill some cows, but first I stopped by Varrock to pick up a Staff of Air and some Mind Runes. And then I slaughtered 20 cows. And that's it. Here's my bank and my stats, and we can move on to the next task.
The Demon Test. You will prove you are no longer a rat-flinching survivor. You've been preparing for this moment. It's time to face your first quest boss. Your task is to complete the Demon Slayer quest and kill Delrith. Don't forget to bring some food.
First, I had to collect 25 bones. That means 25 dead goblins in Lumbridge. Then I headed to Varrock to start the quest. After collecting all keys, I traded them to Sir Prison for a Silverlight. Then I sent Derlick back to the underworld. And that's it. Here's my bank and my stats, and we can move on to the next task.
The next task is called the Path of the Druid. On this path, you'll unlock the ability to create potions. So complete the druidic ritual and unlock herb lore. Then go kill monsters around Varrock and Lumbridge. You must collect the following from their drops: 5 Guam leaves, Marintils, and Terramins, and reach at least 15 attack, 15 strength, and 15 hit points. Get to it.
Before I start the next task, I would like to say that I appreciate both the positive and negative comments on the video in the comment section or elsewhere. And I actually made a few changes based on those comments. The first is the audio, rather my voice. And the second is graphics. So, please, let me know if it's better or not. First, I collected all 4 kinds of meat needed for a quest. And then I started it. Done in few minutes. After that, I was supposed to kill monsters around the Varrock or Lumbridge to collect the herbs. I figured that Chaos Druids would fit the condition, but I was still really weak. Even against them, with only 1 defense and shrimps as my food, I made just 2 trips with only 14 kills. So I decided to steal some food from Baker's stall, and then train defense to level 10. After defense, I trained my attack to level 20, so I could equip the mithril scimitar. And that's exactly what I did after buying it in Al-Qari. Suddenly, killing druids was much faster. Who would even expect that? After 104 kills and 2 hours, I finally have all the herbs needed. So, that's all for this task. Here are my stats and bank, and we can move on to another task.
Good job buying that mithril scimitar. I can see you can handle any situation. So let's hope you can handle task called the Merchant's Awakening. For this task, you must complete the Pirate's Treasure quest. Then travel between Draenor Village and Port Sarim and slay 25 goblins and 25 men. Take everything of value and sell all the junk you don't need at the bank. Earn 10,000 coins and then use them to buy the best armor and weapon you can currently equip. I think this will be a piece of cake for you.
Yes, it was pretty easy. First, I started Pirate's Treasure quest by talking with Redbeard Frank. Then I completed the quest by killing Gardner and looting his treasure. And then 25 goblins and men had to die. But I killed a lot more men, because I didn't realize right away that I would have to kill hundreds of them to reach 10k GP. So I did something simpler. I collected 58 steel plate legs in the wild and headed to Al-Qari to sell them. That earned me a total of 41,000 GP. So I bought a full mithril without kite shield. And that was it. Now you can see my stats and back. Let's grab another task.
Now we unlock your first dangerous region and homeland of Swampletics, land where weak players don't belong. The task is called Crossing the Veil. First, complete the Priest in Peril quest. Then enter Mauritania and head to the town of Canifis. While you're there, kill 20 werewolves and 10 ghouls. To complete this task, you must have all of these skills at level 20: attack, strength, and defense. Welcome to the land of legend.
Man, I love that place. Okay, I had to collect 50 pure essence by killing about 150 minotaurs because actually I was lazy to mine it. After that, I ventured with King and start the quest. Then I had to hurt the poor dog and kill Peaceful Monk to get the key to free Drezel. After that, I brought him 50 essences and completed the quest. Next up were the werewolves and ghouls. Both monsters were safe spottable with magic, so it was easy. All done. Here are my stats and bank. Warden, next please.
Well done. You will hunt something stronger than anything you've faced so far. Task 11 is called the Slayer of Vampires. Just complete Quest the Slayer of Vampires and defeat Count Draenor. Prepare Prepare for the fight and take your best melee gear and bring a weapon you are confident with. Train a bit more combat if needed. Will you fight him fairly, or will you adapt again?
Okay, this will be really quick. Quest started. And quest completed. There were no changes with the stats or the bank, so we can move on to the next task.
The path to legends begins. You will take your first step toward one of the most important quests in the game. First, complete the quest Prince Ali Rescue, then Doric's quest. Once you've completed the quests, reach level 30 in mining and level 25 in smithing. Mine and deposit at least 100 iron ore and 50 coal. You are now walking the path toward Dragon Slayer 1. Next task will push you into gear that actually matters. Good luck.
To complete the quest, I had to gather a few things. First, I started the shearing sheeps to get a ball of wool. While doing that, I made a bronze bar in furnace nearby. By the way, I gather most of the items in the advance, just in case I need them later. Then I need a pot of flour and few onions. Next up were yellow dye and ashes. After that, I stopped by the tavern for a beer, and then little bit drunk mined some clay. Along the way, I started the quest by talking with Hassan. Finally, last item needed was soft clay. So, everything was ready. Now I just had to finish the quest. Yeah, quick and easy. Quest complete. Then Doric's quest. I don't even talk about it, just done. The next part of the task was to mine 100 iron ore and 50 coal. Up to level 30 I mine iron in Falador. Then for a change of landscape I switched to coal mining in Alcarit, but it was done within 2 hours. So that's it. Here are my stats and bank, and we can move on to the next task.
This task you will obtain your first true iconic weapon. Task called the Lost Blade. First, you need to complete the quest Lost City. After completion, travel to Zanaris and buy Dragon Dagger. Equip it and then kill 30 hill giants at Edgeville Dungeon and loot everything. This will take you a while. Good luck!
The requirements I need to meet before starting the Lost City quest are 31 crafting and 36 wood cutting. First, I used up all the molten glass I had from my previous leveling. Then I went to Port Khazar to buy another 250 buckets of sand and soda ashes. After teleporting to Lumbridge, I start working on my woodcutting levels. Progressed from the trees to oaks and then to willows. Using the molten glass, I reach the required 31 crafting and start the Lost City quest. I'm sure you all know the quest. Kill a zombie for X. 1 KC was enough for me. And then kill the tree spirit. That's easy. To buy a dragon dagger I need GP, so I run back to Vildi. and sold all collected steel platelets in Alcarit. And finally, I could go get the dagger. But wait a minute. I am an idiot, and didn't know that you have to pay 1 diamond to enter that area. What now? To get it, I thought of getting Tsars for tokens, and then buy Anka Diamond. But the kill took a long time, so I came up with a better idea that would also give me some crafting XP. And that's a shooting star. In other words, buy a bag full of gems for a dust, and hope you get a diamond. The drop rate is 1 in 33, so with my luck I bought 2 just in case. And thanks God I did, because I didn't get the diamond until the second bag. So I got all the gems, and then I went again to buy material for 600 molten glass. Well, I won't drag this out. Level 43 crafting done. When buying a dragon dagger, I decided to just go ahead and buy the longsword too. So, back to the Wildy. And then sell all the platelets in Alcarit again. And for the second time, I was finally able to go get a dagger. But wait a minute. No, I'm just kidding. I actually bought it this time, and it only took a few hours of leveling, and that's why I added the playtime plugin. You can see it above the chat. Then I immediately flew to Edgeville to fight hill giants, but first, I need to grab a brass key to make the trip shorter. After reaching 40 attack, I ran to steal some food and get the rune scimitar from the Zamorak warrior. And I got it on my 35th kill. Then my nearly 24-hour grind began. First, few collection logs. And finally, 6th attack. And now, last step in the task. Equip the dragon dagger and kill the final 30 hill giants. Here is my last kill. You can see all the drops in the loot tracker. I buried some bones, and of course, while AFKing, I missed grabbing a few things. So, I didn't bank all of it. In total, I killed 1935 hill giants. And I got 1 curved bone, 6 long bones and 13 giant keys. Also, I have a surprise for you. At the end of each episode, I will always open all clue caskets. And I will always try to do as many as I can. So, let's get to it. Wow, what the... More slippers and bare feet in 1 casket? Whew. Okay. Let's calm down. I love more slippers, but this luck won't change anything. Just nice fashionscape and collection log slot. Let's continue. And amulet of defense. My first amulet with stats. Nice. Collection log slots from 42 caskets. Not bad. I hope I won't have to do 2k plus beginner clues for completion, like my main. Okay, and that's all for this episode. Here you can see the most important stuff from the bank and my stats. See you next time.